Hello, my name is Liz Shannon. I'm in Sarasota, Florida. I work at Sarasota School of Arts and Sciences, and I'm giving a shout out to Dugga for all of the help that they gave to us by having an assessment that we could use with Microsoft Teams. Once the pandemic started, we didn't know what we were going to do. We didn't have a lot of success with different learning management systems, and we decided to use Microsoft. And we love Microsoft Teams, but we were really searching for an assessment that could work and fit a large variety of teaching styles and content areas, from music to math to theater, and civics, my own. And we wanted a lot of different types of questions. We wanted to do a lot of things, and Dugga really fit the bill for a lot of those requirements. So we started looking into them, and they're so easy to learn about. Like, their videos, I could pass those to the other teachers, and within 15 minutes, they all know how to use Dugga. And that's incredible when you're teaching teachers, honestly, and including myself. I just wanted something that could be simply understood, that had a platform that I could say, okay, where do I put my questions? How do I add my students? It links with our Microsoft accounts, so I can set up a test and I can just click my classes and all of my students populate. I can remove students, and add students to like specific tests just for them based on their styles, and their requirements and IEPs. Um, One thing I also really enjoy about Dugga is that the students found it really easy to work with too. You know, you could have a little Dugga app on the side of the teams, and and you could even just use a link, and you can use it on so many different devices. In fact, I don't there we've been hybrid learning this whole year, so we had students in the classroom, outside of the classroom, students using iPads, students using Macs, students using Windows, students using their phones, Androids, tablets, Google Chrome notebooks. This year has been such an interesting and insightful year for understanding where our students are coming from technology wise at home, but also really amped up what schools needed in order to like reach all of those students. You need a platform that can work on all of these different devices, and Dugga works for that. And I didn't have a single student have a problem trying to get onto a test or take their test. It was fantastic, honestly, to have one thing that you could rely on that wasn't going to malfunction. The other thing that I really love about Dugga's platform, is that they also have safe browsers and things like Exit Check. Exit Check is my favorite, honestly, because we couldn't get safe browsers necessarily on every single type of device. Safe browsers are fantastic when everybody's in the classroom and you can control what device they are in. But when you're using with remote learners, Exit Check at least brings some accountability. In a year that just felt like it would be impossible to hold kids accountable for anything. And so the exit check, that what I liked about it is that it would tell students, when they left the test, it would say that, we noticed that you left the testing platform, you went off the screen, and we've notified your teacher. And on our end as teachers, we can see, like, if a kid just clicked out for a second, it tells us they were only gone for a second. Whereas you can also see, hey, kid was gone for 5 solid minutes, and then you can have a conversation. And it was nice to have a testing application that could reach so many students no matter where they were, and be able to support the teachers for holding that kind of accountability. And I'm really excited to use safe browsers next year when I have them all in the classroom, because then it'll just lock down the screen. And that's, um, I mean, that's what it's like when you have standardized testing. And I guess that's what I really appreciate about having a platform that's computer based testing, because my standardized test at the end of the year is a computer based test. So it's nice to finally have a platform where I could give the students a test with multiple types of answer choices, like what they can see. On the actual standardized test. Obviously, the platform is not necessarily the same as what the state uses, but it's just giving the students that little bit of digital literacy, that gives them a little more confidence of, hey, I've taken tests online before. It isn't like the first time they're using a computer with a test, and it's at the end of the year and everything else was paper based given by the teacher. Like that's um, that it just doesn't prep them as well. So, so I guess to end off on what I would like to say about Dugga is that it's really helped us out. We're intending on using it again next year. And I'm glad that it helped me prep my students for standardized testing. It helped me hold my students accountable. It was easy to use. It was easy to get the grades in. And thank you, Dugga.